Hey yo, welcome back everybody. Schrade N Beanz back again. This time with my boy Keyshawn. Say
Yo,
what's
what is
up.
good? Good, what's good? It's good, y'all. I hope y'all are having a great day. Man, how's your day been, Trey? How's your day?
It's been really good. A lot of work and whatnot, even like working out and stuff, but
I feel,
yeah,
hey, look,
just taking it
guys,
by day.
let me tell you, this guy's always in the gym. If you need that gym, just like gym workout,
I've been,
gym,
I've been I've been trying to get in my bag for like diet too recently.
hey,
Like I've
yeah,
been eating a lot of chicken and eggs. I've been trying the one thing I'm trying to do is eat 5 eggs a day or
with like
whatnot.
raw or like,
Not
uh,
raw, like scrambled or whatnot.
I
Cause
thought you
I'm learning how to cook them or whatnot.
start your morning
Um,
with 5 yolks, just take it down. All right, let's go to the gym.
Yep, we're ready for that.
That's funny. Y'all, for
um,
most who don't know, Shrey and I, we go back. I'm gonna just say that. We go back.
Way back.
Back
You
seeing
want me to give the backstory?
what? You said tell them that story?
Yeah, you could run up the story.
Alright, so it goes back to what? Since like it was like the beginning of grade school.
What was
Cause
it? Oh 06, oh 07?
yeah, because that was whenever it was because I was in what you call it, his brother and I, Kenny, we were in the same grade,
Westwood.
best friends. Best friends.
Mhm.
And
Westwood.
Westwood Elementary School. For the real ones who know, Westwood Elementary School is man. If you didn't start there, that's where
Shout
memories.
out Jacob Sokolsky.
The, the OG squad. Me, you, Kenny, Jacob Sikorski. I have a picture. I should have came prepared. I had legitly a picture of all three of us at
I might, I might make it the thumbnail. I think I have it.
You have that banger,
That would be funny.
or even the one from if you gotta find it was I think it was your brother's birthday party. It was like the pit theme, and we all took a picture with that picture.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh-huh. That was
I
a little
remember that.
throwback. And now to see us grown, having beards, looking
Yep,
ripped, it's crazy.
yep. Whole different people,
Crazy. So,
whatnot.
mhm, bro. But
I think we like re-met over Xbox too.
we did, because it was just like, wait, I know him. And we're just like, no way last name is straight. Oh gosh, mom used to be my music teacher, and
Yep.
it was just it was a reason. It was a reason that we were both brought back together. So I mean,
It was meant to happen.
it meant to happen. Trust me, there's not many people that I've seen that I went to school with.
That's how I met like Quan and Jonathan too.
What Quantum?
Basically from like yeah, basically from like reuniting with you or whatnot. So
Yeah,
a
bro.
lot of avenues open from that.
Hey,
It,
appreciate it. Quan and John, there's something else. Something else.
yeah.
But
Sean
they're
B's my boy. I always love talking shit on him.
Raven fan, disgusting.
Hey,
Raven.
you saw that bet I won from him.
And I told him, I said him and I,
Don't ever doubt the Steelers to go above 500.
exactly. He was really down. He was really hating on
Y'all,
this.
y'all could call me a Steelers hater all you want, but hey, I'm always right.
Never bet my Lurs. Come on now. Never
Yeah,
bet Lurs. Even
never
though
bet on.
that last game kind of looked a little scary, but we got the dub. We got the.
Yeah.
I can't
What?
believe. Sorry, go ahead.
Nah. What do you think your biggest takeaway from the first 2 weeks of the Steelers is?
The biggest takeaway about I would even more so even just say our defense. Our defense, from looking at it, I mean, the first game, I mean, of course, we had new holes to fill. Not even new holes to fill, but our new rookies getting their feet wet. Like, look at Joey. Joey, he played all right the first game. The second game, he made that big late stop in the fourth quarter, to seal the game, which was huge.
Yep.
Um, I really want to see Broderick get more touches. I feel like Broderick Jones doesn't get as many touches as he should. I mean, he's a big what 7-7, just 7 was
I
7-6.
say reps. Yeah.
Like just on the just like it would be great to have him on that line because it gives Kenny Pickett more time so he doesn't look scared. But I mean, a dub's a dub. But I mean, our defense. I mean, I love having Alex Highsmith and T.J. Watt
Yep.
on our team. Those are huge primetime players because they just bring that rush. I mean, it's
Yep. Even
still
without Cam Hayward,
exactly.
still getting after it.
And you know that opens up a new hole for Keanu Benton for him to absolutely. And I believe he had a big game. It was him and Larry Ojigbinobi. I always pronounce that wrong.
Larry Ogunjobi.
Yeah, because they had that
Mhm.
big strip. What was it? Deshaun Watson. It was a strip.
Yeah, it was Highsmith got the sack, and then TJ picked it up and ran it in.
Yeah, and there was a big play during the middle of the game for one of our defenses made a stop to where I think it was like maybe 4th and 1 or 4th and 2. Deshaun, it was a sneak,
Uh,
and
First a fumble. I think that was Benton, right? Or
Benton.
was that Ogunjobi?
It was Benton who forced the fumble.
Yeah, yeah.
Larry,
Mhm.
he picked it up. Yeah, that was a huge
Because
play.
I was like, damn, he got the first down, and then I saw the ball come out, and I'm like, oh, he made a play on that.
Yep, yep.
Because 'cause I just assumed it was a bad Tomlin challenge, and then I was like,
Uh,
oh, I
yeah,
didn't even realize the fumble he caused.
yeah. No, that was huge. But like our defense is playing what? Would they average? They had 23 points on fantasy. Like that looks like some
Two
Steelers.
touchdowns,
If
constant pressure on Deshaun Watson,
he
forcing him to miss throws routinely.
he did not know what to do, was scared, did not know what to do.
Which that got to be pretty concerning for the Browns, especially since prayers up to Nick Chubb. Like
Nick Chubb, prayers.
that,
Look,
that leg injury looks bad, but
it,
now
oh,
it's going to be up to Deshaun Watson for that team to become a Super Bowl team.
it's going to be interesting. What they play, they're playing at one. No,
They
they're
play the Titans.
against Tennessee.
That's a good team. I
It
know a
is.
lot of people sleep on them, but
It is, and
a really good defensive team, and they move the ball enough. I know they're not like high powered or whatnot.
they're going to be.
Explosive off. They're not an explosive offense, but
They have
they're a solid defense, and
yeah, their defense was getting banged up against us though. It was kind of, I mean, just like little
yeah, yeah,
here and
that's
there. But I mean, that Tennessee matchup, I mean, it's gonna be interesting
gonna
with
be a
that.
low scoring game, I think.
Yeah, who do they have starting? Is it what Isaiah Ford? I want to say.
Jerome Ford, I believe. I think they signed Kareem Hunt, and they also have Pierre Strong,
Yeah, I saw that. I was
which
like,
I don't know why they didn't just use him instead of signing Kareem Hunt, but
man, like Kareem is right now. As soon as he heard that call, he was like, "Wow, thank you," because he was. I couldn't think of a team that was gonna pick him up unless somebody got. It was to get to this extinct. But I mean, like
just the familiarity with it, I
exactly,
think, is why he signed.
he knows the offense. He knows the play style. I mean, he'll just fill just right in. I don't know if he's gonna start. I don't know if they're gonna bring him back. Just
Definitely not. He definitely like wasn't good last year in terms of like explosiveness or whatnot. Like, he just seemed a step slower.
exactly. And with him not having playtime, even though it has been 3 weeks, it's gonna be interesting to see how they incorporate him back into the offense against a great, actually Tennessee defense. Tennessee's defense. I mean, what they're 1-1. It's been a close game, regardless whoever they played. I could have won the last game with a.
They forced the ball into Herbert's hands too
That
to end
defense
it
is
or
actually
whatnot.
impressive.
Although that might be a never mind. I shouldn't bring up that topic yet. But
What?
yeah, I think the defense overall played well, and I think they forced Justin Herbert to make decisions or like not like made him like I don't know how to describe it, but just take less risks down the
E-
stretch.
Exactly. Like and Justin Herbert, he's all about throwing that deep ball. I feel like he can throw that
Yeah.
deep ball. He has Mike Williams, Keenan Allen on both sides of the ball, or even if they run double, like just like trips or like Justin Herbert is
Like
not.
Quentin Johnson emerges too.
Yeah, exactly. Him.
Hmm.
Whenever they get a healthy Austin Eckler back, I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, definitely him.
I kind of like Austin. I mean, I like their backup right now with Josh Kelly, but it's
Hmm.
not Austin Eckler. Austin
Yeah,
Eckler,
he's a magician out the backfield,
that
especially
man.
in the receiving game.
That's why he was what ranked number one in fantasy running backs to be
Yeah.
taken. I
Hmm.
mean,
Yeah.
him.
To start the year, I think he had like back-to-back 20 touchdown seasons.
Yeah, like
Insane production.
he's a baller, a dog, straight dog. Oh my
He's not
god,
as good of a runner as you'd think, but he gets the job done.
he definitely
Like
does.
I should say in comparison to like the top backs.
Now, who would you say are the top backs
Yeah.
right now in the league? Who's the top backs?
Well, probably CMC, Bijan, Derrick Henry, Saquon. Chubb would be up there, but he's not healthy. But probably those five.
Yes, I agree. What you Chubbs? I mean, it's sad that he got hurt, so it's
Or
going.
no, there's still like a lot I can't think of. You know,
Um, you have
like,
Travis Etienne out in
but-
Jackson.
but I wouldn't put him there.
No, oh yeah, no, definitely not. All right, top five.
Aaron Jones is a good one too. Tony Pollard, can't forget about him.
Yep. James Conner. Would you even say he cracks top 10?
No,
No.
I don't even know if he tops crack top 20.
James Conner. Would you?
Well, I mean, there's just that many running backs that are really good in the league.
To be honest, I'd take Jalen Warren. I mean, the Steelers backup running back. The way that he was producing better than Najee Harris. Najee couldn't do nothing. No, it just seemed like he couldn't do nothing. You see Jalen come in,
Yeah,
and like
I
I
wouldn't
don't
say. What do you mean about Jalen? Like, where is he at?
Jalen Warren. I mean, I feel as if like you saw he came into the game and he produced big plays. Produced. He just
Yeah,
he
it's
I wouldn't put him
sort
top
of like
10
a.
or top 20, but
Yeah, I was gonna say, cause like sort of similarly played a. He sort of played a similar role to what Kenneth Gainwell was doing or
yeah,
whatnot
in
in his
Philly.
early years, just being a pass catching back and just being solid at that role.
Yep.
Kenneth Gainwell was a really good running back, so
I was so surprised to see
or at
how.
least I think that.
Seriously, I was surprised to see how Philly was. Well, of course, released, not released, but traded Miles Sanders. I forget if it was traded or released,
Hmm.
but to see how they were gonna incorporate that back, that like just running back, like just
Yeah,
what DeAndre Swift, Ken Gainwell, Bryson Scott's still there.
yeah, Byron Scott's still there.
All right, thank you.
They even got Rashawn Penny,
They
or Rashad Penny, but apparently he's dealing with like a medial ankle sprain,
Yeah, so there's not really
which
he can
yeah,
do.
it's like the same injury Michael Thomas and Dak Prescott had.
Yep, and I
They
mean
had their ankle injuries.
MT, he came back. MT and Michael Thomas.
He
How
still
old is
hasn't.
Thomas? I'm surprised he's still in the league. How old is he?
I'm shocked he hasn't made it to IR yet.
I'm, I'm, I'm
what
too,
are we?
I
What are
know.
we? We're
Yeah,
going into week 3. I'm
yeah,
shocked he's made it this long.
I'm surprised that I could have sworn he was going to turn into like an Antonio Brown diva. I don't know why, but I feel like
I mean, he was getting there, and
yeah,
then he didn't get surgery on the ankle until like because he wanted to enjoy summer.
exactly. And
So
he
that was part of it, and that's also part of why he really didn't play the past 2 years.
yeah,
And
so
now he's on the field for now.
yeah, on the field for now.
For now,
Exactly.
like
He's
usually change in like 3 weeks.
Yeah, he averaged like maybe like 10 I mean like 10 fantasy points. I have him on one of my fantasy teams. Out of
Yeah.
5, I want to say.
I definitely wasn't investing in him. Mainly,
No,
mainly because for fantasy, I don't like investing in injured players or whatnot,
like
or
that's
players with lots of question marks. Because if you're drafting someone like already hurt, let's say
You
It was a
drafted
good example. Jonathan Taylor. I know he wasn't injured, but
Jonathan
going
Taylor.
into the year, you knew Jonathan Taylor wasn't gonna play
Yup.
or whatnot, and you still draft him. And if he doesn't play, then it looks pretty dumb. Another one, Cooper Cup.
Yup.
That's the one I was thinking of.
Every
So
back.
beginning of August, he tears his, or no, he doesn't tear. He strains his hamstring,
What he
and
was
then
fixed.
honestly, that right there, beginning of August, like took me off or took him off my board just
Oh,
off that, just for the worry because I've owned Julio Jones in the past with like
Julio.
when he first got the hamstring injuries, like 30-plus-year-old receivers
Yup. And
don't always come back from those hamstring
it,
injuries.
it's scary. I
That
mean,
it's all good. Like I said, even like whenever the first injury happened, I was like, he might drop second round, and this was when people were drafting him like top 2 or 3.
it's insane.
And I was
Whenever
like, it's all good until he re-injures it or what's it called? Re-aggravates it. And what do you know? Like a week away from training camp.
yup. And
Sorry, you're
but hey, Cooper Cup's replacement right now. Puka
y'all know
Nakua.
about him.
Puka.
Y'all now know about him.
He's second. Your boy is
The
second.
first
Receive.
episode, he did not have a face on ESPN.
No,
He does, and
cra-
I try warning y'all. They
crazy.
don't know about him. Like, what
I
did Sean say? 0.9%
yup.
own him.
Yup.
We,
He's
we
second.
were ahead of the curve there.
Insane. These rookies, some of these rookies, he's second in receiving yards behind Justin Jefferson. Justin at 309. I mean, he gets yards, but he doesn't score touchdowns, which is the only problem.
Yeah,
But Puka,
I'd be there.
he's leading receivers Tyreek Hill. He has 11 more than Tyreek Hill.
Yep.
He has more than Mike Evans. Somebody
Mhm.
else who's a sleeper, and I knew this with Brandon Cooks being sent to Dallas, Nico Collins in Houston. People
Mhm.
remember that name.
Yep.
Nico Collins, excuse me.
He's been playing really well. So is Stroud too, for what that's worth.
Exactly. I don't
No,
know.
the draft, that was a big Bryce Young guy, and
Yeah, I
so
was gonna.
far, so far, like if whenever Bryce Young throws it to an open receiver, like he's looked really good, but they're
Mm,
just never open.
yeah,
But Stroud, with considering the situation he's in, with like 6 injured offensive linemen, like 4 starters are hurt, he's
yo,
still playing pretty well, and the receivers aren't like amazing, but he's making it work, and
yeah,
I
they're
gotta
getting.
give credit towards that.
Look,
Now there are still lumps in his game. Like
exactly.
the pocket the pocket presence is just all over the place.
They need
Like
something.
just watching him like run towards blitzers like one play or whatnot
They
just
need.
frustrates you watching it. It's like
It's
can you
hard.
just yeah.
No, it is
It's
hard.
definitely not easy, but it's something a lot of the elite QBs do. And it's something I even talk on this channel about elite
Mm.
QBs doing.
You
Like
know,
that's why guys like Rodgers and Burrow and Tom Brady are able to succeed at the high levels they are. Even Patrick Mahomes
exactly. Pat Mahomes is a menace.
and Lamar Jackson, Kyler Murray. The list could keep going on.
Yeah, true. I wonder. Speaking of Kyler, I wonder how that Arizona, because you see everybody is already depicting Arizona to be the worst team in the NFL. I wonder because what last year?
Honestly, they don't even need to still have the first overall pick
Mm-hmm.
because they have Houston's draft pick.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. True. Now,
So they could have Caleb and Marvin
yep. So if they take Caleb and
having there's a real scenario that happens. Although considering how bad the Bears are, I don't know if they'll get both.
the Bears, I don't know. I mean, Justin Fields, he needs to. I mean, he has the talent, but just doesn't.
The
I just don't get it.
The recent recording, you guys are gonna see this probably later, but I had a whole breakdown on why Fields is the problem, not the Bears, not the coaching staff. Ultimately, it's on him. And honestly, like he just got to figure out how to throw with anticipation, how to make NFL open reads, which is basically like making tight window throws that are open, although it might be like a half step open. You got to make that throw in the NFL.
Exactly. You get
Whatnot. It's not always going to be clear, wide open receivers, and
yeah.
even then, Fields is still somehow missing them, which that's a whole other discussion
Justin
about
Fields problem out there. It is a Justin Fields. So you think Chicago?
his footwork is also horrible,
Oh
like
my god,
which is why the ball's getting out late. Or
horrendous. I think he's tying the league. I mean, he's up there with quarterback pressure, like just him getting sacked, throwing the ball
most
away.
of it is on him, though. Most of it's on him holding onto the ball.
Yup.
Most of it is him running into pressure. What we just said about pocket presence, he does not have any of that.
Nope.
He always tries to play hero ball by like running and like by always. I don't want to call him a first read and then run QB, but there's a lot of times where he'll just like look downfield, and then if something's not there that he likes, he'll just look to run.
Yup. Yup. That's his last resort. I mean, the
I
will
think that's a frustrating thing to watch.
exactly. And who did wait?
And
They play.
then I have that jersey, so yeah, I am a fan.
Yo,
So try to call me some hater.
I see. I have a couple. I have two other jerseys. No, I have three other jerseys who are not Steelers. Of course, being Steelers fan.
Yeah.
It's funny. One of them is a signed. I'll save one of them. I'll save that for last. But a signed Ricky Williams Dolphins jersey. I don't know why I could, but Ricky just it's Ricky. It's Ricky.
Fire. The Miami days.
Throwback. It's the orange classic jersey. It's so clean. And then Buffalo Bills, Josh Allen. That's my boy, Josh. I mean, he needs to get. They need to figure out something in Buffalo. I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, they're 1-1.
I think for that, in my opinion, you gotta start looking at the coach.
So
In
you
my,
think?
I'm not saying McDermott's a bad coach,
Mm-hmm.
but I do think with Brian Daboll leaving and whatnot, their offense really hasn't been the same, and you
It's
gotta
not.
question that decision to let basically a better coach. It's the same thing with like Dan Quinn and Kyle Shanahan
Mm-hmm.
from that 2016 Falcons team.
Yep.
You let Shanahan walk out the door, and you just continue to get worse year after year. So I'm
Exactly.
not saying McDermott should be on the hot seat, but there should be legitimate pressure for them to win either
Yes.
this year or next year, because I don't think the window is going to be open for too much longer
No.
with Sean McDermott. Let me add,
No. He
Josh Allen. I think he still has a lot of time.
Yeah, exactly. Like Buffalo, they have, yeah, as you see in the last years, they have a playoff caliber team. They just choke in the worst times. Like their team, like every
I
single year.
think I think the lack of offensive weapons. I think the right side of the offensive line in particular has been bad.
Yeah.
Like Spencer Brown is just not developed whatsoever.
Mm-mm.
And they did draft Osiris Torrance, who's a really good player out of Florida, by the way. But
Yep. Like
and I think the biggest issue they have every year, and you see it every time they play Patrick Mahomes, they don't really get any pressure. And Von
no,
Miller was supposed to answer that, but him coming off his second ACL tear at 35 years old sort of derailed that plan too. So you
exactly.
don't know if he's gonna come back to his prime form.
Exactly. Because
And then
he,
after that, what else you got? You got Ed Oliver, who can be a good pass rusher, but also gets gashed out in the run because he's like
yep.
a defensive tackle that's like 290, and he is not Aaron Donald at
No,
290.
we're there, Aaron
but
Donald.
and
No.
even then, like Actually, Leonard Floyd has played pretty good, so
Him,
I got to give him credit. Greg
um,
Rousseau's another one.
Matt Milano. I like Matt Milano. They're one of their linebackers. What he plays more in the he plays what you call
Yeah,
it.
he's an off-ball linebacker.
Yep. So I like Matt out there, but like besides that, you have Greg Rousseau.
Mhm.
He's not putting the pressure, not giving the pressure. I could have sworn there's a couple calls that he had last game that kind of
Mhm.
made or break the game last.
Mhm.
But
The Raiders game or
yeah,
this game.
they have they're gonna it's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be I wonder how they are going to be in Washington with Sam Howell. He's one of the quarterbacks that I've been more so surprised. I'm like, okay, Sam Howell, he's coming here and actually playing 2-0 Commanders. Crazy. You'd never think that. Never.
Yep. I think a bigger story to that with the offense, Eric Bieniemy
Yep.
finally
Yep.
coaching a team that's not Andy Reid because everyone's sworn he was this not that great play caller, and that's why he didn't get the job at Houston because of him being carried by like Andy Reid or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
So far, these first 2 weeks, he's looked really good.
Yeah, really good. It's going to be.
The running game has looked great, especially with Brian Robinson.
Yep.
So
And,
that's got to be really encouraging
yep.
for
It's
Commanders fan. And
super exciting.
honestly, that defense, I know they got like lit up by the Broncos or whatnot, but they were making plays when
Yeah,
they were
they
making a comeback.
they did. I
Chase
think.
Young looks great,
Yep.
so
Fantastic. And his return? He returned
about
with
time.
sacks and one tackle for loss. So I like Chase Young out there. I was really hoping he was coming to Pittsburgh. There were some rumors in the offseason. Chase Young to Pittsburgh. That would have been so nice. But
I mean, I could dream.
that is a dream and a half. That's gonna be a good matchup to see. Washington Commanders, see if they can keep the undefeated streak against Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills. That's gonna be fun. Let me
I
tell you.
think the spread at that game is like what 6.5 Bills.
That spread right now
Six
is
and a half, I think.
I'm looking at right now. Yeah, it's -6.5 on
That's
fan.
what I saw when I checked it earlier.
Yup. It actually wait. I'm looking at right now. It's saying that the line is -6. It dropped the half.
Mm,
The half. Forget the half. The half be screwing some
yep.
people. It be screwing me. I
Yeah, definitely do.
hate the half. Man, over under
You
43.
always got to do the alternate
Yeah,
spread. That's what
110%.
I always love doing.
What do you think? Over under 43. What do you got?
For what?
That
That
game?
game?
Yep.
Hmm.
43.
I like that over in that game, to be honest.
That's what I feel that one because
I
each
like it.
each team can easily put up 20. Yeah, that's 21 and that's still 42. So
Yeah,
I can see
I like that one.
I can see that being a close one. 27-24 Commanders. They come out with one.
Yeah.
27-20. That covers the over 43 on that one. Easy.
Mhm.
Easy. What about
What's another lock you got?
another lock? Oh, another lock.
Hmm.
I personally, ooh, some people are gonna. Actually, I don't even say some people are gonna call me crazy. But a lock I got for this week: the Jets. No, the Patriots beating the Jets. And I like. It's their own. Belichick. There's not many years that he started 0-2.
Yep.
Belichick is. Mac Jones. Mac Jones is due. He's just. I don't know that offense. They lack of weapons. They got Juju, but Juju's like, a couple of years into his career. And he's just been
Yeah.
now and just like with them losing, Jacoby Myers didn't really help. So you're gonna have to have your playmakers, Devontae Parker. You're gonna have to have Kendrick Bourne, Juju, somebody else who's been really going crazy for them. Hunter Henry.
Build.
Yep.
Also, Brian,
Yep. Villa.
cool offensive coach coaching them has
Yep.
helped them.
And
That's the thing about the Patriots. They're 0-2, but they've played way better than 0-2.
they
And
have
the teams they've lost to were the Eagles and the Dolphins. So
Matt Judon on
those
that
teams
team.
that look great.
I'm scared to actually. I really do not like playing Matt Judon in that defense. That defense. I mean, even though they have a bunch of their cornerbacks are hurt right now, so it's going to be interesting to see how. I mean, they got.
Christian Gonzalez has been incredible.
He's been balling.
No, I don't know why the Lions drafted a running back instead of like him,
I
but
mean, the Lions
that's
are.
another question. Yeah.
They're thinking the God right now because David Montgomery he's questionable, so that's gonna be interesting.
Yeah. But yeah, I think the Patriots would be a good bet, especially against the Jets,
There
which
right now, it's the
that's a
line
depressing story.
minus 2.5 over under 36.5. I am taking New England money line. Um, yeah, I had the Patriots winning that one in New York. That's mine. New Jersey, excuse me. What about you? Let me hear a lock.
You want a lock from
Let me
me?
hear a lock.
A lock from me.
Ooh, I got another one too.
Let's see. I don't want to say Chiefs minus 12.5 because I said that on the previous one, but
Minus 12.
I did say that.
Yep.
I'm gonna be honest. I think I'm still looking.
There's a bunch of like I don't know. Like I'm looking at
Yeah,
the.
there's a lot of them where I'm thinking it could hit or whatnot.
That's what I'm saying.
I think I
Look.
think the I think the Vikings win it against the Chargers.
Yeah, I take the Vikings. I had
I
that
also
lock
like the over in that game too,
over.
since either team can play defense
Yup,
apparently.
yup. And I
I
mean, like
think if the Vikings clean up like their fumbling issue or whatnot,
with
I don't think they'd be
pick,
0-2.
that's
They could
pick.
be easily 2-0 or whatnot, but
Yeah,
Brandon Staley's defenses just look so bad for the first 2 weeks. And
horrendous.
also like there have been a lot of moments where Justin Herbert is just I don't want to call him overrated, but he's just been
He's
underwhelming in like the final moments of these games or whatnot. Like
been way underperformed.
pocket, like I think him just like standing still in the pocket on like the Miami last drive or whatnot, like certain
Yep,
plays like that was just so
yep,
disappointing in what he could do.
exactly.
No. I honestly expect them to take like a leap towards like top five QB, especially since that conversation is wide open outside of the
Exactly,
top three.
exactly.
And
Mm,
yeah, I don't know what's going on with that team, but I do know Brandon Staley. What do you do here?
yep. Like you have to. I mean, I get it. You have one of your key playmakers out for a little bit, but like it's just even like you
The
said,
defense has a lot of talent too.
a lot of talent. And I think like the touch up on that their Chargers defense, they just can't close out games. Like they'll be up winning. They'll be up winning throughout the game. I mean, look what happened Jacksonville in the playoffs. They
Yep.
can't I just me personally don't think the
Play
Chargers.
these soft zone coverages.
Yep. Like the
Or
Chargers.
the Fangio system.
Yeah, they
That's
they
what it's called.
and they're like, "Oh, we won this game," and then they just give up. And then the other team just ends up coming back and beating them.
Well, I will say one thing that's definitely improved since that game: the offensive coaching. I
Mhm.
think Ellen Moore has done a great job, like designing run plays or whatnot, having that balance of like run and pass, since that was something they lacked last year, and also like I think I said this already, but coming up with creative run game or
Yeah.
run plays or whatnot.
And let me tell you, adding Austin Eckler helps that. So it's going to be fun to see how the subtraction of Austin Eckler. Of course, you seen last week, just already the difference without him is going to be. It's going to really rely on Justin to throw the ball a lot more, and it should be. Whatever hits over under receptions, I'm taking the over on that. But I'm taking a Vikings dub. They're due. They're
I like
due.
that.
They are really due. So I mean, it should. That's 0-2. We're gonna see who's gonna come out being 1-2. We're gonna
Someone's
see.
gonna leave 0-3.
Yup. Yup.
That's gonna be scary.
That's gonna be interesting.
One,
Sam.
one other lock that I have. Uh, John B's not gonna like this since I've been a Saints hater all year. But I got the Packers taking -1.5 at home. For
Against the
me, I think Jordan Love has arrived. I
Sam.
think he's here to stay. I think there's a legit conversation of him being at least a top 3 QB in the NFC.
Yup.
There's a argument you can make. I don't think he's better than Kyler or Jalen, but
No, not yet.
I think it's wide open.
Yup.
I
And
think a lot of the decision making has been on point. I think the one big thing he had coming out was his accuracy. It was
yup.
one big question, and it seems like he's fixed that. His footwork's looked a lot better, and he's making a lot of great throws. And even performing without his star right running back, his star left tackle, and his star receiver, still going out there and performing. I
I
want.
I
Now
really.
I will say, Joe Barry is still coaching the defense, and they just seem to always give up 200 yards on the ground every game. So
Yup. They don't. They lost a bunch of their weapons. What they have Jair Alexander.
the
Um.
defense, no, the defense is talented. The
Devondre.
coordinator doesn't know what he's doing,
Yeah. They
and he should have been fired. But
that last game they should have won against in Atlanta. They should have won, but coming down to the
if you wanna criticize Jordan Love for not finishing a QB sneak, all right, fine.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's
Yeah, it could have won the game. I agree with that.
yeah,
Actually, no, I should have won the game. What am I talking about? But I think most of the game, you got to feel good about. If you're a Packers fan, you got to feel great about where Jordan Love is.
exactly. He looks like I thought this was the year. All right, Aaron Rodgers is on the Jets.
Yep.
Jordan Love his time to really step in and take over this team. This is his team, so this is his team here this year to show not even just only him, but somebody else who I think this is his his year to go out. If he doesn't have a breakout year, then he's getting dropped, and then he's not gonna have a team. And I don't know if you know this. I mean, you know this guy. Former Cleveland Brown quarterback, actually, former Carolina Panther quarterback. And
Ooh.
to be honest, transitioning into my lock, people are gonna call me crazy, but I am liking Baker Mayfield and the Buccaneers beating Philly. What's the line is Philly
Beating Philly. Ooh, I like
beat
that.
Philly Monday night 7:15 game. They're both 2-0 teams. And Buccaneers 1-0 at home. That defense is still there. Even though Tom Brady,
I agree with that.
that defense is still there.
Defense never left.
No, never. Never.
Mhm.
And I they talked about Mike Evans being upset because he wanted to be traded. But yet it seems like him and Mike Evans have been playing fantastic.
Baker loves throwing him the
You know,
ball.
gosh, one of his favorite targets.
Yep.
And Eagles, look, let me not get you wrong. Jalen Hurts is a great quarterback. The Eagles, what they're doing out there, you just all in all, just from defense, playing all around. I mean, let me tell you, Devontae Smith is he's number one in receiving over AJ Brown, which a lot of people didn't think that would happen. But I mean,
Yep.
they've had some close games. Look at New England; they almost lost that game. They should have lost that game if Mac Jones didn't choke. They
Probably
should have.
lose the Vikings game if the Vikings don't fumble 4 times too.
They should have lost that game. At Tampa Bay, primetime game, I like Tampa Bay. That's one of my locks that I have in this weekend. Tampa Bay um beating Philly. Like I mean, Philly, they'll always be that powerhouse team, but I don't see them.
Spicy take.
Yep, that's just the one that I've been looking at all week, and I just been like, we're gonna see if they can continue to be that NFC champion team that they were last year, Super Bowl caliber team. It's gonna be interesting. I don't know. This league is all crazy to me. It's so far this year. It's just insane. You see some teams who usually don't start 2-0. I mean, usually don't start undefeated or 0-2 teams.
Yeah.
It's so opposite. I don't know. Like who are the rest 2-0 teams in the league right now? Or undefeated?
You got Commanders.
Yup.
You had the Niners. Now they're 3-0.
Yup.
I know the Cowboys.
Cowboys are undefeated.
Cowboys looked really good too. The Dolphins are 2-0. Ravens are 2-0.
You see the Falcons? You see the Saints?
Falcons, Saints, Bucks.
Both 2-0, all 2-0.
Yep.
Those rest of the 2-0 teams.
Yep. I love them.
Looking at the 0-2 teams, you have Broncos with Sean Payton. That's interesting to see. 0-2 starting it out. Chargers,
like 0-3, considering who they're playing.
Dolphins. How do you feel about that? That Broncos Dolphins game. Line is -6.5. They're saying Miami. Yeah, Miami -6.5.
If Waddle plays, Damari Mathis is going to be defending one of him or Tyreek Hill.
Yep.
Hail to Pitt, but I don't like that, especially considering who's already cooked him.
Yep.
The year, Jacoby Myers dropping 2 touchdowns and over, I think it was 100 yards or something.
Sports team.
Who was it last game? Oh, it was Terry. I know he caught a big pass against him.
Yep.
And he's just been getting torched. Pat Surtain's a great corner, but they're just going to the other side.
Yep. They're not even looking his way.
There's no reason to if you're getting 3 yards out of that.
Russell needs to figure out something. Russell, he's just, everybody. I think
the offense has improved too. That's the thing that's confusing about that.
Mm-hmm.
It feels better. They're scoring. They scored over 17 points. Thank God.
Exactly.
But I don't know what's missing.
I don't know.
The defense is worse going from Ajira Evero to Vance Joseph. I mean, I could have expected that. I didn't think the fall off was that drastic. But I guess their pass rush isn't as good as what it's been in the past. I don't know what's happened with Randy Gregory.
Yeah, that's what Randy Gregory. That's who it was. He just has not been at the tier that he needs to.
Getting a first-round pick for Chubb was smart, but
I don't.
Darren Browning has also been hurt too. That's another impactful player.
Yeah, Denver. We're gonna see if they can turn it around this year. It's gonna be a tough matchup seeing against at Miami, 1:00 game.
Yeah,
but I'll give Tua props. Tua's playing lights out right now.
Tua might still come back player of the year.
Oh,
away from Damar.
If Damar touches the field, he's getting comeback player of the year. I felt like if just a lock player of the year.
It already felt like he was getting a lock until he just didn't see the field.
Yeah, I haven't seen him play at all yet. Do you think Damar? I mean, Damar, he's close to us. He grew up around.
Yeah, I know.
But you think he's ever gonna play a snap of football again?
I mean, I think he does play or whatnot, or he made the team.
Yeah, he made the team.
It's just that he's not really. He's I don't know how to put this, but he can't keep up with slot receivers or some tight ends, and the coverage instincts aren't entirely there, which is why they have Micah Hyde and Jordan Poyer playing.
Love that Bills defense. Love that Bills defense.
Yeah, but it'd be cool for him to win it.
Mm-hmm.
presentation stuff, I think it would look really cool.
Yep, I
You know,
agree. I agree. But like you said, I think
but in
Tua.
terms of getting on the field,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's a different question.
Who's all right? Who do you have early lock for MVP? I mean, even it's 2 weeks in the season, it's so hard to already
It
maybe
is early. My MVP for the first 2 weeks would be Tua.
110%. 110%. Leading the league in seven passing yards with 715.
You could even say Jordan Love, arguably.
Jordan
Actually,
Love.
if they'd be 2-0, then yeah, but no, never mind. So I was
Yeah.
gonna say Jordan Love's leading the league in passer rating.
Yep. So he's been Jordan Love. He's been producing. I'm
For me, it would be Tua.
Tua. Honestly, looking
Not
at
actually,
Tua.
that's tough. Another good one's Lamar.
You think so? I don't know. Lamar had a
That's another good one.
rough
That
first.
Bengals game, especially,
Could you give the running? Could you
really
give
good.
back to a different position, or only
What's
what
up?
throw in Christian McCaffrey? I mean, Christian McCaffrey. I mean,
I got Parsons, if anything.
Michael Parsons. Has any defensive player won MVP? Well, yeah, they have. What am I
The
talking?
closest one was 2014 JJ Watt, I think. I
Mm-hmm.
think that's the closest they got. And even then, Aaron Rodgers was just incredible that year. So,
Absolutely, Aaron Rodgers. I wish he
you
didn't.
know what I realized? He never got on a Madden cover. And I was like, how did he never make it? And then I realized one of the years was Peyton Hillis.
Yeah, Peyton is 20.
Oh. And I was like, oh.
That was 2012. It had to be 2012. No, no,
That
was it?
was 12. It was 2012. I
It
was
was
like,
12 Madden cover.
'cause I was just thinking about it, and I was like,
Yep.
damn, they really never put him on a cover.
Yeah, nope.
And
20
looking back at his MVP years, I'm like, oh, they gave it to that player?
Peyton is a 1 year like what was his
And
number?
like 1,000 yard season for the Browns and had like a dominant game against the Patriots.
When was that? That was 20. That was 2011.
2011. And
20
then and
Hillis.
then the interesting thing about that, I think he was a Broncos player that got traded. I forgot who the
He
I
got
might
traded.
look this up. There was an interesting trade he was in.
He went from in '08 to '09. He was a Denver running back. And then 2000.
He was traded to the Browns for Brady Quinn.
Yup.
That's what it was.
Yup. And then
Who, if y'all don't remember, Brady Quinn was like a first round pick, complete bust in Cleveland. But that's probably has more to do with the team he's on.
I
But
think you don't hear a lot of quarterbacks from that. What was it? It was maybe like '05. I'm trying to think because Big Ben, he was '04. What class was that?
oh,
Kind of
cool.
in this
That
class.
was Rivers and Manning,
Manning,
right?
Roger. I want to
Yeah.
say Roger in that class too.
No, he was 05.
He was '05.
Yeah,
Well, all
1 year
right.
late.
Actually, still good. That's been in the league from maybe '06, '07, and '06 and '07, not including the
Who?
like are there really haven't been any good quarterbacks from that '06, '07, like any of that era. Like I think even still.
No, there was a massive QB drought from like 20. I think it was like 2013 to like 2016,
Yep.
or maybe even 20. No, 2013 to 2016. Like there were high end guys or whatnot, guys that were super athletic, had
Yep.
arm talent or whatnot. The draft I'm referring to is 2015, but none of them really turned into like superstar players or whatnot,
No, not at all.
or players that took over the league. Like I guess Carson Wentz did for
A I forgot
a
about
season,
Carson. I totally forgot about Carson Wentz. What is he now?
but
He's
2013, like ironically, Geno looks like the best QB to come from that.
Gino.
2014, 20,
Gino. He
2014, I think that was the Manziel draft. That that
fans up.
also that also had Blake Bortles, Teddy Bridgewater,
Yep.
Derek Carr. 2015, Mariota and Jameis. Those were the two big ones. 2016, Goff and Wentz, and also Dak, but he wasn't really like a top guy.
No, he wasn't. You didn't
Yeah.
really
So
Dak.
yeah, there was like a massive drought other than like obviously the 2017, 2018 drafts
Yep,
and
you got 27.
even like 2020's draft is QB class is incredible.
It is.
Bro, to Herbert Love, all
It
first.
a fantastic draft class. I really do like our recent draft class for just like I don't know.
Which one?
I'm
The
trying
2023?
that's what I like the 2023 Bryce, CJ. I mean, I feel like they're young. They're still going to develop into like the players that they are. Anthony
Yeah.
Rich, he's already been showing some great early signs. Well, he had 2 rushing touchdowns last game.
Right. Him learning how to throw with anticipation and NFL open reads at like, well, not NFL open reads, at least throwing with anticipation. Unlike his 13th game playing in like college, no,
Mm-hmm.
Fields can't figure that out in his 30.
That's what I'm saying. Like
But yeah, Anthony Richardson looks really good.
Anthony,
I do. I thought he would be. I thought he would struggle way more, especially in the passing game. But it hasn't seemed like the game's been too fast for him, and that's
no
something that's impressed me.
Jacksonville. Even the game whenever they played Jacksonville, that was a close game. That was closer than
Yeah,
some thought it was going to be close.
Mhm.
I like our rookie
And the
quarter.
Titans doing a great job too.
It's gonna be super. And Sam Howell, yeah,
Yep.
because Sam
Wait,
Howell
Sam.
wasn't he? Wait, was it Sam Howell who was hurt, or no? It was the Carolina running. It was the Carolina quarterback who
Oh
was
yeah, yeah, yeah.
who didn't really Matt Corral,
Matt
but
Corral, yeah.
Matt Corral, yeah, yeah,
Yep.
yeah. But Bryce
He
kind of
never, he
and
never
filled.
really got a chance. I mean, he ran a gimmick offense in
Mhm,
college, so he
mhm.
like barely saw him like drop back pass. So you never really knew what he was in that
Exactly.
aspect.
So I mean, but I kind of like Bryce a lot more than Matt Corral, honestly. I
I
really
mean,
do.
that's a no brainer.
Hmm. What other games? What other games we got this week? We got what's another Houston at Jacksonville.
Yep.
Everybody keeps saying this to Trevor Lawrence's
The
season.
offensive line is just not good on the Texans. I think I might have brought this up earlier. Yeah, it's just hard for them to create like a consistent offense or whatnot. So until they get at least like Tunsil or Titus Howard back, it's just gonna be like I think. Fun fact: they have Kendrick Green blocking for them.
Yeah, I know Kendrick. I thought he was going to be our fullback, but
Just
I
just
mean,
doesn't. I don't know. Like he just doesn't have enough play strength at the NFL level, and you like see him get bodied all the time.
he got
If you're
blown.
getting bodied, if you're getting bodied as a center, it's just hard to make it. You know.
Exactly. Like he kept getting. I remember seeing preseason blown
I
back.
haven't I haven't watched him play in Houston to see if he's gotten better, but
Same.
knowing how bad Damian Pierce has been on the ground, I can't imagine like
It has
he's creating any lanes.
not been any better. Let me tell you, it has not. Yeah, no, it's definitely going to be super interesting. I don't know. I definitely have Jacksonville in that one. I think it's Trevor Lawrence's year. I think
Yeah,
him and the Jacksonville Jaguars are a more so complete team. Calvin Ridley looks really nice. Christian Kirk
yeah.
also does. Evan Ingram, he does a nice job of utilizing him. With even Travis Etienne and the run game, they've been using their big backup running back too as well. Um, a
Hank
lot.
Bigsby.
Yeah, Tank. They said
Yep.
that's why they Tank. Come on now.
Yep. Exactly.
Easy dub. Easy one. Is Anthony Richardson, I could have sworn last time I saw he was questionable. and Gardner
He's still
Minshew.
going through a concussion protocol, so it's gonna be Minshew mania for another week.
All right, give me Baltimore. I hate to say it, give me Baltimore, but
You don't like Minshew?
I don't think Minshew got that magic anymore. I don't know. Ever since
He was
Jacksonville,
cooking last week, although it was the Texans. He
it
was
was
still looking good.
it was. So we're gonna see if Minshew Madden can work something out against that Jacksonville defense. So it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be
No, that's the Ravens defense.
no Ravens defense.
Yeah,
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 yeah.
I know.
Minshew. You're right. I don't know why I thought Houston. That Ravens defense, but the Ravens they lost Calais Campbell. They lost Marcus Peters. Um, I mean their offense. They have
They also
Orlando.
got David Ojabo,
Yep.
who was basically like a top 10 pick before the injury or
Mm.
whatnot. So
So their defense. They're missing. They need secondary help. So I mean they of course they're gonna be nice with
yeah,
their.
the core two is looking iffy, especially with Marlon Humphrey being out. But I
Yeah,
guess it hasn't mattered since they've faced the Texans and the dysfunctional Bengals,
yeah.
I guess. Or Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow's calf exploded.
Beat
Bengals.
up. I'm surprised he didn't take that new contract. Said
I'm
make.
surprised he is. I'm gonna be real. I don't know how he isn't torn his Achilles.
It's crazy to me.
Like
Even
if you think the Rodgers one is bad, when you see like if Burrow were to tear his, the whole NFL would just be in shock
yeah,
again.
110%, 110%.
Like, he's playing with fire, playing on that hurt calf.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
Even
I I don't know. I think he should rest it. But again, like they're
100,
0-2. They need a win. They don't have a backup QB.
nope,
Either.
nope. Even Jamar.
Jake Browning from Washington.
Yeah, they shoot. Which quarterbacks are still available right now?
Carson Wentz.
Carson Wentz, Colin Kaepernick. Come on now.
Say
But
cap.
he wants New York so bad. He wants to go to New York so bad.
I think I said this whenever people were bringing up replacements for Zach Wilson. Someone brought up Cam Newton.
Cam
I'm
Newton.
like, I'm like, dog, did you watch him the last time he played? He couldn't
Yeah,
throw past 5 yards.
Cam. He cannot. He's a better coach.
Shoulder just hurts. That's
Yep,
all it, or not hurts, but like it just affected his like throwing motion.
exactly.
And it's just harder for him to throw the ball now.
He's a lot older now. I mean, the league is getting faster. It's getting fast, just highlight faster, and like just
That's what I saw his pro day. I'm like, wow, it's the first time Auburn's hosted a backup QB since like Jared who was that QB for the Patriots?
um
Stidham.
yeah, yes. It's oh yeah. I don't know about Cam Newton. I really don't know about Cam Newton. I don't know. He's a better coach. He coaches a flag. I mean, not a flag, but like a an AAU football team, and
Yeah, that's all right.
yeah, that team is nice out there. Like 4 or 5 stars. Team is nice.
You're gonna be bringing his luggage anywhere.
Yeah, seriously. Man, all those kids. I wonder where they're gonna go to school. Auburn. You know, not too
Yeah.
many. But rounding up that game, the start of the 4 o'clock games, you have this one is a little tricky to me because I'm like
Well,
halfway about it. That Carolina at Seattle
Andy Dalton's starting.
for Seattle. No,
Oh,
for Carolina.
Carolina. Carolina.
No way.
Rice hurt with an ankle, which honestly, considering that Frank Reich, how that situation with Andrew Luck played out when he was in Indy, I do
Yep.
not blame him.
Yep. I don't blame him at
Going
all.
to sit Bryce Young.
Like rest them up. Bryce Young is their franchise
They're
quarterback.
not trying to. I don't know if they're able to compete this year. To be honest,
Yeah.
they just don't have enough offense, whether it be offensive weapons or whatnot.
I mean,
Gotta
offensive.
feel good that they have their QB at least, or
Exactly.
at least I think that. Which I mean, he's definitely shown good flashes in the NFL. He's had some learning curves, but that's like every rookie QB.
Exactly. And they're gonna learn about it. Just keep playing and playing. Just really gain most of that knowledge. Unless they're Johnny Manziel and doesn't watch any film, then man, no, jeez. Have you
Yeah,
seen that Johnny Manziel
yeah,
documentary?
I have.
I liked it. I was like, all right, now it makes sense. It was crazy to me whenever they said Johnny Manziel has
The fact he threw 7 touchdowns is impressive, though.
it, which in
Hey, can I look it? Nah, let me chill.
yeah, I know. Kenny Pick. Oh man, maybe he needs to bring the fake slide back. Oh
Maybe he just needed Mike Evans, like he
yeah.
did in college.
Hey, hey,
That's all it was.
I seen some rumors. If Mike Evans still wants to trade, a top landing spot for Mike Evans could be in Pittsburgh. That would be. I mean, it's just rumors, but that would be. I
You
would
get
not be
three.
mad at that. Couldn't be mad.
I'd
Mm-mm.
much rather believe the rumor of Aaron Donald getting traded here.
Yeah, man. Where do you
Because
think?
that'd be a dream scenario.
Where would he land at?
I said in Pittsburgh. No, I don't think he's getting traded.
Oh my! I was going to say if he's getting
But
traded,
like, I
imagine
wish he would, man.
the amount of money and players.
Just 1 year. That's all we need. We don't need like I don't know. We don't just 1 year of him with T.J. Watt, Cam Hayward, and Alex Highsmith.
You know,
Man, someone would have messed up if they let that happen.
if they would happen, it's been insane. I really wish there were so many rumors about J.J. Watt unretiring and playing for a Pittsburgh, playing as a Pittsburgh
He
Steelers.
just,
EJ, just
I
one
mean,
year.
I don't. And like the thing about that, I just don't think he fits in Pittsburgh because they run a 3-4. He fits a 4-3 because he's a defensive end
Yep,
or whatnot, and he's better at like rushing the passer from like a fort from like the defensive end position rather than outside linebacker.
exactly.
I
Alex
think that's the difference between the. I think that's why I never really got on board with the whole him
J.J.
coming. Yeah, like I don't know. He just didn't. He just wasn't fit. There's nothing
Yeah,
wrong.
I
It
mean,
would have been cool, but I'm not worried about it.
yeah, no, our defense already plays well right now.
Aaron Donald, but Aaron Donald in that Cam Hayward role,
Oh, would be they like no teams would rush inside on us at all. Zero zip zoinch.
there'd be nobody to pass. Like, who are you pass? Who are you doubling
Yeah,
on
yeah.
that? Are you doubling TJ or Aaron Donald?
you
Which one are you?
the guard and the center would have a field day for who's blitzing up the middle because they're creating some
That's
pressure.
not even mentioning, yeah, the linebackers they send blitzing.
Oh my gosh, it would
You don't even need to blitz them. You just need to run four.
it would be a rough day for any quarterback that would be playing us. Rough.
Yeah.
You know what's
But
so
yeah,
crazy?
that's my
So,
dream scenario.
yeah, you said a dream scenario.
Well, I mean, that would be mine for the Steelers. I know you were talking about Evans.
Mike Evans, that would be a dream scenario. Or even,
I don't
um,
know what's Tennessee in that, to be honest. Mainly because of the contract.
yeah, yeah, no, I agree. I don't know. I hope the Steelers can pick up maybe another cornerback. I like Levi.
Oh, wait. Oh, I thought you said quarterback. Jesus.
No, yeah, man,
Yeah, we definitely could use another corner.
yeah, Pat Pete had a couple
Pat
calls.
He's just not. He's not. A, he's not a system fit, and B, he's just not
Yeah,
that
not
good.
not at all. And I like Minka. Of course, one of the best free safeties in the league, but one of the most underrated. I think Minka's underrated. I
I don't
mean,
think he's rated, but
no,
because I think he's in the top 5 talks.
yeah, 110%. Like who's up there? I mean, him.
It's Kevin Byard,
Yep.
dude, and Darwin James. I
Yep.
think those three are in the are like
Buda
the consensus
Baker.
top three.
Buda Baker.
I don't know if he's there, but he's definitely a good player.
Yeah. So that I mean that's
There's probably someone I can't think of for some reason.
I'm like thinking of.
I like you want to say Troy, but he's not there.
Yeah, I wish Troy was still
Nah,
there.
he's not. He's not there yet. Uh
Man,
oh, Javon Holland. I don't know if he's. I don't know where he'd rank, but he's really good.
I'd put him in 10. I'd put him in top 10. I'd,
Both Bills safeties.
yeah, Micah Hyde. Oh yeah, Micah Hyde.
Mhm.
Micah Hyde, yeah, because he's not a cornerback. He's a safety. Him
Yeah,
and I like that secondary out there. That
depends
second,
on how you feel about them.
yep. If they can make some plays, they'll be a solid team. I love
Oh
both.
yeah, Justin Simmons. Can't forget
Yeah,
about him.
can't forget about him. Cannot.
And yeah, there's not really anyone else I could think of.
Mm-mm.
I'm
Even
looking over now. Yeah,
yeah, no,
Kyle Duggar as a box safety is insane.
yeah, he's pretty good, Kyle Duggar. But no, I'm interested. It's definitely. I mean, if we got another, I mean, I like our strong safety. I like the Steelers have a nice strong safety. What you, Neil from Tampa Bay.
John Neal. Yep,
Yeah.
he was a first round pick at one point for the Falcons.
So the fact that we got him was a good landing spot for him.
Hmm.
What we have three. I mean, there's. I mean, this whole week is football. Is just gonna be. We're gonna see with the dominant teams, and we're gonna see what teams are gonna need the ad fillers. Like,
Yeah, or see the teams that are playing for Caleb Williams.
yep, yep,
AKA the Bears, aka the Cardinals.
yep.
Maybe
Chicago,
some other teams we can't think of, but yeah.
call me crazy. I have that Chicago and Kansas City game over. What is the points for that? I have it. I have it over.
The Chiefs alone could probably hit the over.
That's what I'm saying. And that, like, I don't think the Chiefs have one of the best rushing. Rushing defenses. I mean, they have a good pass rushing defense with
Now
Chris.
they got Chris Jones, so
Yep.
that
But
sort of helps.
mobile wise, if there was a mobile quarterback, I feel like, Justin Fields. This is going to be the game to where you
So
like are.
yeah,
This is the game. This is the game. Really.
crowds are starting to show.
So I like the over. I really like the over for this game.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting. I forget what's the. You said the
Hopefully,
cover.
hopefully Fields can attempt to target one of his two open receivers on a play that.
One of his favorite receivers, Chase Claypool. Chase Claypool. Wow, such a great.
Jesus, how do
Yeah,
we get a first round pick from?
that's what I'm saying.
Well, it
Like,
was the second round pick, but it was the 32nd pick.
we had such high hopes for him. It was funny whenever he was the one who called his replacement at the draft, George Pickens, and then he's traded that same
Yeah.
year. He called his replacement
Yeah.
at Arrowhead. You would hear something crazy. I'm like looking at these games, and by the games, it tells the ticket price, right?
Yep.
Just take a random guess. Who has the most expensive ticket right now?
I want to say Vegas.
Indeed.
Yeah,
Vegas.
their new stadium. Or I was gonna say SoFi. One of
It's be,
those two.
it's between Vegas and
SoFi is the other expensive one.
Raymond James Stadium right now. At least for this
I'm shocked about that one. Well, I guess that's the big game between the Eagles and
Billy
whatnot.
Bay. But if not that one, the Kansas City game at Chicago, another one.
I was gonna say, look up tickets for like any SoFi game,
Any SoFi
but
game is probably
specifically the Rams. That's like at least 500.
That SoFi Stadium is probably. I mean, I would love. We definitely got to take a trip. I want to take a trip and see SoFi Stadium.
I low key want to see it, but that would be a mission.
Oh my god, a mission and a
Part of
half.
me, part of me wants to just drive to LA for
You want
the experience, like leading up to it, then spending like a week there or whatnot.
a week there? It would probably be like what a week.
That would be a month dedication trip.
That
But
would
I
be
feel like if I'm gonna go to LA, that's how I'd do it.
that would be a nice little. That'd be a very nice drive.
That'd be a mission though. But
Hmm.
we'll get there.
Yep.
We'll get there.
I'm like looking up tickets right now, see how much it is for SoFi Stadium, and the cheapest one. This is not even SeatGeek or Ticketmaster, but the cheapest one I'm seeing, and then it's a lower end zone, 174 each,
174. Oh wow.
which is not bad. But
Yeah, the one at Steelers at Rams is like 250
oh,
minimum.
actually, I lied. That was at Lambeau. That was at Lambeau Field. That was whenever they played the Chargers. I mean, the Chargers play Green Bay.
Yeah.
Now, when Chargers play Dallas at SoFi Stadium, there we go. The outer top, the cheapest ticket, 227. Whoa! That's
Yeesh.
what do you do tomorrow?
Yeah, let's go. Take
Yeah, right. Let's
a
go.
day trip.
Let's take a road trip.
Day trip to Dallas or LA.
I, I'll tell work. Hey, I'm going on a science road trip. So
Yep.
it's for science, and it would be it.
What we're doing.
That would be an interesting road trip.
That'd be a
Get
crazy.
join me on my lap.
I will say it would have to take a lot for my stadium experience to be topped after going to Atlanta.
Yeah, oh yeah, Atlanta. That looked like a really
That
nice.
stadium is really nice.
Let me tell you, it would have to top for me
Not to
going.
mention the vendors too.
Oh, the vendors are probably fantastic out there.
Great. Yep. A souvenir cup, $4.
I would have bought. Definitely
No,
one.
you can refill them on your own too, because they had
Oh
the soda machines at the thing.
yeah, if you go to
Yeah, yeah.
Acrisure, you're paying about $12-15 for a drink, and the refill is like another 15, and they
Yeah,
do. It's
a
silly.
lot.
It is silly.
Been to a Pirate game where I paid $22 for a tall.
Yeah, which is insane. It's like you can go to Sheets or Gecko, like that, and
Yeah.
get a boy for what $2 to $5,
Yeah.
and you go to a game, you're paying $20 to $25 for a
Yeah.
tall boy.
Pre-game before. That's what it
Yep,
is.
facts. Go to pregame, give me a bottle of tequila, some orange juice. I'm a happy camper.
That's the way to do it.
But I don't condone anything. So like water is my best friend. Always drink water. Come on now.
I always love that.
Mm-hmm. Always. We have
Mhm.
what? How many more games this week? We have two more. We have four more games to close out the week.
Yep.
I mean, out of the
Which
four,
ones haven't we covered?
what would you say?
Which ones haven't we covered?
There's four. We have Dallas at Arizona.
I think Dallas that they should easily handle that team.
That easily. Even though isn't Trayvon Diggs out for the season?
Yeah, that I did see that. I was like
Which is
really
great.
disheartening. It was a non-contact injury in practice too.
I wonder what he was doing. I wonder if anybody got saying
I,
what was
I will say the Cardinals have looked a lot better than people have
he
given them credit for.
surprising a bunch of people, but
Now is that gonna change?
probably
Yeah,
not. They don't have the greatest weapons. Marquise
the
Brown.
roster is just not. The roster talent's just not there,
Yeah, no.
and they expected to rebuild this year, so it's not really disappointing to see them.
So I have Dallas on a lock on that one. Man, we Steeler fans. Oh boy, have we got lucky. 2 weeks primetime games from the Monday night to now Sunday night. Can I be honest with you though?
Let's see
I
it.
I hate the fact. I mean, as a Steeler fan,
We
I'm loving.
always lose to the Raiders
Yes,
for no reason.
I'm loving. We get a primetime game. I'm loving it. But the fact is, we've been embarrassing ourselves during the primetime game. Like last Monday
Mainly
against,
the offense.
yeah,
Mainly
off
that.
scary.
You
But
only need to pass third grade math to figure out how to not run in the numbers disadvantages Matt
ex-
Canada.
exactly, Canada. He needs. I don't know. He
Like
needs.
the amount of times he does that, it's just like
He,
like
he
like can you make a check or something?
yes. I swear he has a three play playbook. Jet sweep, and what else am I missing?
Don't get me started on that dumb read option they did where there was like it was like eight guys in the box and then two guys on like Kenny Pickett. And it was just like, where's the ball supposed to go?
Yeah, we're like, and you're telling me they have no idea. I don't know. Kenny looked a little lost, and I. This is going to hurt saying, really, really, really hurt saying. But
Mm,
I don't see us with a banged up Minka. He should be good by this weekend. I don't see us beating Jimmy G and the Raiders. I don't. I really don't. After the last 2 weeks, our offense looks confused. Our defense is what kept us in games. I mean, for granted, you have Chandler Jones. I believe he's injured right now, so
yeah.
this takes him out of the issue. But then you also, on the other side of the ball, have Max Crosby.
Oh
And
yeah.
his
He's
Chooks,
he's
Chooks,
insane.
you might have a hard time dealing with Max Crosby.
Yeah, I don't. At the very least, like outside of him, there's like no one else on that defense. I mean, Divine
Yeah.
Diablo has been playing really good. I should probably point that out.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that side of the ball for their team just doesn't have a lot of talent. The
No,
offense has looked good, or at least in spurts it has.
exactly.
Going from a QB that can actually move in the pocket instead of just standing still, Derek Carr or whatnot.
Yeah. Not did we,
And
I think we skipped that game too.
what? Oh, the Saints one?
Oh no, we didn't. Saints at Green Bay. We said Green Bay. We said Green
Uh, yeah, that's what I got.
Bay. Same there.
But yeah, I think I don't know if the Steelers lose. I mean, I wouldn't want that to happen, but I
Yeah.
wouldn't be shocked if they did lose.
We beat them last year with the immaculate exception. That was whenever. Oh my gosh! Rest in
Yeah.
peace,
And
Franco.
now we always seem to lose to them when they're horrible.
Yep. So
That
I
2018 game still gives me bad memories.
yep.
Simply put.
8-20. That's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna be gripping onto my seats, but I mean, I would Pittsburgh win, but we're gonna see what happens.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep. And all right, so lock. We already said Philly at Tampa. I have Tampa all the way. I'm taking Tampa. That's my lock.
I like the fit. I do gotta point out their offensive coordinator for the Bucks was Gino's QB coach last year.
Mm-hmm. And he's been
Went
him,
under the radar.
him and Baker have been
So
cooking,
far.
cooking.
And another thing to say, these are the number one and two run defenses in the league statistically. So
Mm-hmm.
it'll
So
be interesting to see how they match up with especially like the Eagles run game.
exactly. I'm um I'm really I'm really excited. I think that's gonna be one of the better games. That's gonna be a great game this week. Great game. And
All right,
then
second to last game, we somehow missed this. The Lions and the Falcons.
oh yeah. Falcons are
They
2 and
try to tell people Bijan is him.
I would say Bijan he's been really doing well. Like I every time I've been seeing all this preseason, is everybody projecting Bijan to have a 1,000-yard season and just break out.
I thought he'd get closer to 2,000 than 1,000.
Exactly.
Except that I was like the minority of that camp, I guess.
Mm-hmm. That Bijan. I don't know. I don't think I'm like. I want to give him a little bit
His
more.
jump cut is insane.
It is.
Like watching him, there is like no running back that can do what he's doing.
It's probably it's.
I explained this in the last episode, but yeah, I don't think him being the best running back is too far away
Mm-mm.
in the league.
It,
Outside of outside of McCaffrey, like I'm probably taking him over most guys.
it's gonna be battle of the rookie running backs. Him versus Jamar Gibbs.
Yeah, that's if he gets on the field.
Yeah, that is true. That is
That's
true.
not a guaranteed.
I don't know. Who do you have in this game?
Personally, I think I'd go with the Falcons
Falcons?
because I think the defense of the Lions is not particularly good in areas that it's supposed to be good in, especially like defensive line. I think the Falcons' run game presents a mismatch problem for that unit specifically, and I think they'll do a great job at maintaining possession. And on the offensive side, I think Amon-Ra St. Brown's dealing with a turf toe injury, so
Yeah.
I don't know how he's gonna look, but
And they have what?
overall, I think their run game is gonna be impacted by David Montgomery not being available.
Yep. Because David looks good.
Although their Lions O line is insane, so
Gives Jared
that's gonna be a big mismatch problem. But ultimately, I just think Arthur Smith calls a better run game than what the Lions do. And Ben Johnson is really good, but Arthur Smith's just on a whole nother level.
I think I'm taking the Lions. I think I'm gonna have the Lions.
Yep.
Plus, I don't think I'm gonna take the money.
+3. Or -3.
I think I'm gonna take the spread on that one. The Lions -3. That's gonna be.
If they're gonna win, you might as well. Or if you're betting on the win, you might as well.
That's gonna be. I like it. I like that one. I like that game though. A lot.
I guess the last game we gotta talk about, the other Rookie of the Year candidate, the Rams and the Bengals.
Puka.
He has arrived.
He
said this earlier, but yeah, he has arrived.
He has, like I said earlier, more fantasy points for mine. I mean, even though it's the first 2 weeks, but looking at it, you have Jamar Chase, who yearly.
Simply put, he's better than your favorite wide receiver.
Yup, and
Justin Jefferson.
If you look at most fantasy football rosters, you wouldn't expect people to have picked Puka over Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase went first top 5 in a bunch of things.
I gotta send this clip to Jacob. He's just gonna get so pissed at that.
It is insane. Like Puka, he's been producing more than Van Jefferson. Like I would not.
He's doing more than what Cooper Kupp did.
Yep.
Not touchdown wise, but like he got 20 targets.
Mm-hmm. I would be surprised if Cooper Kupp comes back and he gets pushed to a number 2 if Puka if he keeps performing at the level he's performing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
there's no reason to.
I mean, Cooper Kupp is always going to be that number 1. He always will be. But
is he going to return though?
True.
You know, hamstring injury.
It's going to be
a lot longer than what people would think.
Yep. So it's going to be interesting. I'm super interested. That LA and Cincinnati game. Now the fact that Joe Burrow, maybe
I think there's a real scenario the Rams could win and then leave the Bengals.
Yep.
0-3, which
people
devastating for their season, to say at least.
If Joe Burrow plays, I'm taking Cincinnati. If he doesn't play, I'm taking LA. That's my.
I do gotta say, I'll probably take the spread or an alternate spread on the Rams or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind taking a spread on the Rams.
No, what's that spread looking
It's
over?
3 for Cincinnati.
3 for Cincy. I like taking that spread. I would take that spread.
But yeah, it's gonna be a close game.
With Cam Akers gone, the Rams are all in on Kyron Williams, who he has been also been producing for the team. So
Whatever y'all thought Clyde Edwards-Helaire was gonna be,
yeah.
Kyron Williams is basically that.
Oh my gosh, but better. Oh my gosh, the Rams got lucky with these two rookies with the
Kyron was there last year.
yeah, they did. They did. To actually have some
T2 has developed too. Can't forget about him.
yup
And
news. I'm man, it's fantastic. The Rams, they might be a lot. They might be
they can make a run for the NFC,
yeah.
considering how wide open it is.
The NFC.
Well, make the championship, but they could definitely make the playoffs.
I feel that. Like looking at it, like looking at the top teams in each conference. I mean, NFC, AFC. You have Miami, Baltimore, both still undefeated.
Yep.
I mean, you have a bunch of 1-1 teams, and then you're bottom of the barrel. I mean, not bottom of the barrel, but
Yeah.
0-2, New Chargers, Texans, Bengals, Broncos, all 0-2.
Yep.
NFC is wide open. There's so many teams who still undefeated in the NFC.
Yeah. A lot of uncertain teams. A lot of uncertainty around those teams too.
Mm-hmm. Wonder if their health can stand. We're gonna see. Which team's gonna come out just better prepared, healthy. Ready to play. It's gonna be interesting. It really, really is gonna be interesting this year in the NFL. But I like it. I'm excited. I'm
Yeah.
all 8 hours of commercial-free football. Scott Hansen every
Hey, that's
single.
the way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that will wrap it up for this episode.
And
Schrade N Beanz. You got anything else to add?
that was. Let me tell you, I can sit here and talk about football all day and all day, and however much we
Yep.
predict, and like we really just try to think and try to say, okay, just looking at this can happen. It can change like that. Like it is so quick.
We haven't even brought up Michigan football.
Michigan, go blue, baby, go blue. Wait,
I
out,
know you're a big Michigan fan.
out there, go blue. Austin, you're watching this. Ohio State sucks. Go blue. We're beating you 3 times in a row. Come on now. Come on now.
Man,
Yup.
only 20 more to catch up.
Hey, look at Michigan is leading the all-time series against Ohio State. So Ohio State, you got to catch up. Mhm. The last 20 years, they got the best. They were okay, but not the last 2 years. The last 2 years, they got
Yep.
dead in Michigan and in Columbus. So you know what? Go blue.
Yep.
We got a quarterback, JJ McCarthy. He's the truth. He's been balling out. Come on now. Come on now. Go blue.
Yep. Yeah, I think that's gonna wrap up this episode. I know you got a Twitch channel if you wanna promote that.
Hey, appreciate you. Appreciate you. Yeah, if you guys ever get a chance, we're over here just making some fun content. We'll be on Madden, we'll be on 2K,
Mm.
Apex, whatever. Just like, send me a message. What you guys want to play. If you want to get smacked on in 2K Madden, try me. Man,
Yep.
Sam used to smack me in Madden, but now I
Hey,
think
hey, I don't know about that.
yeah, it kind of the
There's
role
so much about to
changed.
say.
But make sure spell KK412 Hub to
Yep,
slide up. That's a Twitch channel. Come and support. Show your boy some love. Appreciate you. Of course.
for sure. Also, if you guys have stuck through to the end, make sure you drop a like down below and subscribe to the Schrade N Beanz channel. And other than that, thank you guys for tuning in. And we'll catch y'all on the next one.
Appreciate y'all.
Yep, much love.
Much love always.